On the very same day, GAC Aion revealed details of their new electric car, 4.6 meters long, and Hyundai, they revealed details of their new 4.6 meter long EV. Both of them get lithium iron phosphate batteries, fairly similar range, 510 kilometers for the Aion, 547 kilometers for the Hyundai. And here's the thing. One of them is going to cost about $45,000. The other one's going to cost about $60,000. Tell me which one you think is actually going to sell. I think it's pretty clear. This car is incredible value for money. GAC make Toyota's cars for them and have made them for more than a decade in China. They make their EVs for them. Basically, Toyota EVs in China, many of them are actually just essentially rebadged, rebodied GACs. GAC makes good cars. This is not a small company. This is not some kind of company that's going to disappear. They are a conglomerate, one of the biggest in China. The Aion brand is their EV brand. The GAC Aion, the Aion V, it's coming to Australia. It's already on sale in 20 markets around the world. It's going to be on sale in 30 markets around the world within the next 6 months. And it could end up being one of the best value EVs anywhere. And when you think about the specs, the battery size, the range, charging speed, the features, the massage seats, everything you get in this car, it's really pretty insane. It's going to be difficult for companies like Toyota or Hyundai to compete with cars like this. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking, and I've scoured the interwebs. Guys, I've seen one of these cars in China. In fact, I've seen thousands of this car in China. It's been on sale in China for about a year or a bit longer. This version, though, has been on sale certainly in China all of this year. I believe they've sold about 21,000 of them year to date. That doesn't include the last month. So probably 25,000 of these models in China so far. The specifications, it's almost exactly the same size as a Geely EX5, a Kia EV5, or the new Hyundai Elixir, which is coming to Australia and many other markets as well. It's not going to come to the US though, that new Hyundai. And the reason is because it's made in China by Beijing Hyundai, basically by a Chinese car company. Anyhow, getting back to this Chinese car, which is not pretending to be a South Korean car, it is what it is. It's Chinese, and it's actually very good. It's called the Aion V. It's an electric SUV. It's front-wheel drive, and it has 510 kilometers of range, a 75 kilowatt-hour lithium iron phosphate battery. Charging speed is 180 kilowatt. It can charge from 30 to 80% in 16 minutes, which is pretty good. AC charging, 11 kilowatt. Now, guys, at the price point this is sitting at, it's going to be priced, I'm hearing, about $45,000. There's not much in the market in that price range. And it's got the best specs for a car at that price. It does. When you actually look at it all, it really does. 0 to 100, 7.9 seconds. Top speed, 160 kilometers an hour. Like I said, it's front-wheel drive, which is common in this segment. Efficiency is pretty good. 16.7 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. That's WLTP. It comes standard with a heat pump. Many EVs don't. A lot of people think they do. I've seen this comment before. Sam, what are you talking about? Every EV gets a heat pump. I've seen that comment many times. In fact, that's completely false. Probably around 50% of EVs have a heat pump. And that improves the efficiency of the car. It also has vehicle to load capability. Now, the battery is interesting. It's called the Magazine Battery 2.0, and it has a patented design with flame retardant electrolytes, double liquid cooling plates, and spray protection facilities for enhanced fire resistance. So it sounds like, considering it's already lithium iron phosphate, plus it's got all these features, it sounds like if you're involved in a crash, it's very unlikely. EV5s are extremely unlikely, but it sounds like this battery is probably maybe the most least likely battery to catch on fire. The chassis, this is probably for me the one downside of this car. It's got a front McPherson independent suspension, that's fine, but the rear is a torsion beam, non-independent suspension. Old school, all the hatchbacks, internal combustion hatchbacks, hot hatches and everything else, most of them had torsion beam rear suspension. So I've owned those cars, and I'm not a fan of the torsion beam rear suspension. Yeah, I think it's not the best. Anyhow, brakes, front ventilated disc brakes, rear disc brakes as well. It has ADAS level 2 apparently. Now, I don't think that's actually going to be quite accurate in Australia, but anyway, it includes features like adaptive cruise control, integrated cruise assistance, lane centering, automatic emergency braking, blind spot detection, and rear cross traffic alert. Parking visibility is pretty good because it's got front and rear parking sensors standard and the surround view camera system. Now that surround view camera system, it's a 360-degree view. It's going to work pretty well in conjunction with the 14.6-inch central display. Now, before I get onto those interior features though, let's have a look at the dimensions, the size. It's 4.6 meters long, 4,605 millimeters. So a very similar size to a Kia EV5 or a Geely EX5. But it's going to be priced similarly to the Geely. Yeah, the Kia is much more expensive, about $30,000 more, in fact. $25,000, I should say. Also, my solar and batteries. I've got a 50 kilowatt hour battery here, and I've got a big solar array. So I pay $0 for electricity. That's including charging my electric car. Resync Solar is the company that I used. I'll put a link to them in the description below. Anyhow, wheelbase 2,775 millimeters, and the boot space is only 427 liters, which is not particularly big for a car of this size. I've heard the reason why is because this has the most rear seat space of any car in this segment. So that's a positive. I mean, if you've got big people in the back, they're going to have heaps of space. But of course, there's always going to be compromises by, that will eat into your boot space a little bit. Infotainment, like I said, 14.6-inch screen. Instrument cluster in front of the driver, which is an 8.8-inch display. The processing power is pretty good. It's got a Qualcomm SA8155P chip. Control, you've got 4-zone voice control and a multifunction steering wheel. There is 50-watt wireless phone charging pad in the front. There is dual zone automatic climate control, air conditioning, heat pump, acoustic glass, soundproof front and front row side windows. So yeah, that's going to help with sound deadening. Seating, both seats recline flat to form a bed environment. You can buy a bed for these apparently, and you can fold all the seats down. It's also got a panoramic roof, not a roof that opens, but like a panoramic roof that a lot of EVs get. Luxury trim. If you opt in, there's two options, right? There's the standard version and the luxury version, I believe. The luxury version gets massage seats, 8-point massage function for driver and front passenger. It also gets ventilation and heating. There is also one thing, standard, very unusual for this, right? A fridge or a heater under the center console. Instead of there being an open box that you can put stuff in, it's got a refrigerator, which actually can freeze stuff. It can go to minus 15 degrees Celsius, which is awesome. Plus, it can heat stuff up to 50 degrees Celsius. Yeah, I mean, that's awesome. One cool thing it's got is a smart power liftgate. So if you stand with the key, I believe it's for 3 seconds at the lift at the tailgate, it'll actually open automatically for you. So launch timing, the pricing is going to be announced later in November, probably mid-November. The expected price is 45,000 Australian dollars. Now, rivals, BYD Atto 3, Kia EV5, Geely EX5. Obviously, the Geely and the BYD will be rivals on price. The Kia won't be. And I think considering the charging speed, the range, 510 kilometers of range, it's got better range, better charging speed, better, to some degree, better standard features than the other cars in this segment. So if it does come in at this price, they're going to sell really well, I think. So guys, what are your thoughts? I think this car is really cool because it's going to encourage a lot of people to say, you know what, why would I buy a Mitsubishi Outlander PHEV or a Toyota RAV4 PHEV or a Toyota RAV4 or a Mazda CX-5? Because this is a similar price, to some degree actually cheaper than those cars considering the standard specifications you're getting, and it's much better. I mean, I think 510 kilometers of range is not going to cause you any range anxiety, and there's really no reason to have any of that these days anyway, with charging points everywhere. So this should encourage more EV adoption in that lower price market, which is, let's be real, that's where most people are. Most people don't want to pay, more than $50,000 for a car, or they can't. That's why I love it. I think it's great. More models in Australia. It's causing more competition, not just Australia as well, guys. This is for Europe as well. It's for the UK, I believe, as well. 30 different markets, 30 different countries this car is coming to, and it's already in 20. So Aion, if it's priced at $45,000, I think you're onto a winner. I'm excited. Let me know what you think, guys, in the comments. Thanks for watching.